When it comes to taking care of our health, sometimes that means we need help where we live rather than go to a clinic or a hospital. Albert Munanga, CEO of Serengeti Care, is here to tell us more about the benefits of home care. Welcome to New Day.
Thanks for having me. Well, yeah.
Absolutely, because this is such an important topic. Let's talk first about what Serengeti is and what y'all do.
Well, Serengeti Care is an in-home care company. We are licensed, bonded, and insured to deliver care in the comfort of people's homes.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do.
And it's all sorts of care, right? I mean, what makes your services unique, and who is behind Serengeti Care?
Well, behind Serengeti Care is myself and my wife, Josephine Mporokoso. She's a master's prepared registered nurse, a caring lady.
Wow.
She's a beautiful woman as well.
Aww.
And she's my partner.
Yeah.
What a delight, right?
That is lovely.
And together, we're behind Serengeti Care. I'm also a master's prepared registered nurse. I'm also a doctor in behavioral health.
Okay.
And my wife has over 20 years of caregiving experience.
Wow. So you are.
I have about 19 years in the industry.
So 40 years. Basically,
of combined experience.
Of combined experience. Yes. What kind of services do you offer?
Well, we offer a support and care to people of all ages in the comfort of their own homes. Activities of daily living.
Okay.
And including instrumental activities of daily living such as shopping, errands, walking into the park, and all of that. Okay. But in terms of the basic activities of daily living, of course, those will include bathing, transferring between places, walking, cooking, housekeeping, and more.
That is important. You know, I think of, family members I have of advanced age, and I want them living with me forever as long as that's there. And that would be something that would be very useful to folks, I would imagine, right? Keeping them in the home, making sure everyone is safe.
That's right. In fact, nothing beats the dignity and comfort and security of being in your own home at a time when you most need it.
Yeah.
Especially when you are in your later years in life, you need a more secure place.
Right.
A place of comfort and security. And nothing beats being in a home. And at Serengeti Care, we design programs to just meet those specific needs. Right.
You mentioned your experience in behavioral health. Let's talk about the benefits of home care that kind of affect us on an emotional and psychic level.
Well, right. First and foremost, when you have to leave your home, it's a loss. If I've lived in my home for years, decades, and you have to remove me to take me into a strange other place, that itself is not good.
Yeah.
And so it takes away from the quality of life.
Yeah.
And so we come back to you and say, let's make it work. In fact, Serengeti Care means endless plains. Now, I've never been to the Serengeti, but it's a meaning behind Serengeti. Yeah. It means endless plains, and from that we decipher an innovative spirit. Yeah. That says we will have endless possibilities for you. So let's sit down and talk and design a plan of care that meets your needs and your family.
So we talked a little bit about some of the specific services that you provide, but if somebody needs medication or administering oxygen, these are things you can help with?
Absolutely. We have a very robust medication management program overseen by our registered nurses within our ranks. And so we basically can provide from reminders to actual administration, including IV therapy. Okay,
good. So you have registered nurses in the ranks of Serengeti, so you know that the person providing this care has got your back, of the person you love, or yourself.
In fact, you spoke about the benefits of in-home care. Yeah. It's huge in preventing unnecessary hospitalizations because we're in your home. And so. And nobody wants to frequently go to the hospital. It's not a fun place to be.
No.
Well, of course, you go to the hospital when you need to, right? Yeah. But apart from the quality of life and meeting your needs, keeping you safe, we prevent falls from happening. We ensure you're taking your medications on time. We ensure you're eating as well.
It's preventative too, care.
It's very preventative care.
Okay. What is the cost of care and how does one pay for it? I know that's a big concern for a lot of folks.
It is a big concern, but that's also the beauty of in-home care because you can choose, you can plan just for what you need. The cost of care is different. It depends on the complexity of your needs. But in this area, it ranges from somewhere around $38 an hour to somewhere around $50 an hour, depending on the care needs.
Right.
But the beauty is that you can plan to those specifics, right? To better manage your care and your financials. We want you to live in your home longer. So we do take a cost-conscious approach to help you stay home longer.
That's wonderful.
Now, one more thing, in terms of who pays for it, we in Washington State. By the way, we are in 3 states. Our home state is Washington State. We started right here, but we've stretched our caring hands across 2 states.
Oh, good.
Idaho and Oregon. So we're in these 3 states. But this is the home state. Washington State is the home state.
That is so good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, for doing what you do to provide people a safe place to stay at home and stay healthy. It has been a pleasure talking to you.
Thanks for having me. It's
Absolutely.
been a pleasure. Thank you.
And to get in touch with Serengeti Care and to see all the services they offer, just visit the website on your screen, serengeticare.com.
This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by Serengeti Home Care.